loves children, and even compared it to a big kid himself. Listen to what he told Today's Show anchor.
Listen to the stuff they not saying about this U.S. decorated soldier.
I mean, as a spouse, wouldn't you want to ask that question quickly? Honey, why are they saying these things about you?
Not on a monitored phone call, so we couldn't discuss those details. He seemed a bit confused as to where.
That would mean I'll be saying, look, man, we understand that your husband have been through things that the average Americans can't even comprehend. I have a question. Does anyone have a clue what war really like? I ain't talking about this crap. Do you have an idea what war is? For those who haven't been there, I'm talking about.
Not only for how prosecutors prosecute this case, but also for the defense as well, in terms of gauging what his mental state was. And when you have to think that the prosecutors have charged him with premeditated murder, we're told by legal experts here at the Pentagon that premeditation doesn't have to be a long time, over weeks and months. It could be just a matter of hours.
Chris Lawrence, thank you. Next on Reporter Roulette, Breonna Keeler in Seoul, South Korea, where a hot microphone made a very private conversation between Presidents Obama and Russia's Medvedev very public.
An open microphone caught President Obama asking Russian President Dmitry Medvedev for space, basically for more time, on the issue of the missile defense system in Europe. The reason for that space? Election year politics. Part of this exchange was captured on camera as reporters and cameras entered the room where the presidents had been speaking for 90 minutes in a formal one-on-one meeting. The reporters and the cameras coming in for a photo op at the end of that meeting. Here's the exchange. This is a prickly issue for the two countries. U.S. leaders who are leading the NATO missile defense system efforts have said that this would not be directed at all towards Russia. Instead, it would protect against a potential Iranian strike and would protect Europe. But Russia bristles at the idea of having a missile defense system so close to its border and says it violates Russian sovereignty. A top advisor to President Obama acknowledging the difficulty of making progress on the missile defense system in an election year. It's an election year for both the U.S. and for Russia, saying that both presidents agreed to let technical experts discuss their positions on the matter so that it could create space to come to a solution, a resolution at a later date. Breonna Keeler, CNN, Seoul.
Is that seem fair to make something that small that big? We have lost focus, people. Let's go to this one.
That's next.
Randy's story is an inspiring.
You know, I have to say, you know, this thing with that child being shot is a big issue. It's a great issue. Because it goes right at the heart of this. The states have created immunity from prosecution under self-defense for officers, police officers, people of badges. And thing of it is that they removed at a discretionary legislativeness. They remove a real true form of due process and what have you. If y'all don't think our sovereignty is at stake here, something wrong. Because you have people now so twisted minded finds that this guy really haven't done nothing wrong. Well, someone tell me what law agency he was with, how he can, and what probable cause. is a word I haven't heard yet. What probable cause he had to track this person down, this child down, use these remarks, lie about the event, to carry a gun. I would say his whole family can sue the hell, or should be suing the hell out of any organization that actually voted him in as responsible for his behavior. If it's neighborhood association or what have you, and what organization really, I want to know, vote for him to pack a gun around their neighborhood and at his free giving will to shoot somebody. Get back with me on Bottom Line 2012 and let me know what's really happening. And as we go on into this here other phase of this talk of mine, I'm just mind blown.
Watch Captain. CNN has learned that the teen had been suspended from school after marijuana residue was found inside his book bag, and that's why he was visiting his father in Sanford, Florida. His mother spoke out in the last hour. Watch.
The comment that I have right now is that they've killed my son, and now they're trying to kill his reputation.
CNN's Martin Savage is in Sanford, Florida, where emotions, as you just saw there, are running high. Martin, there are fresh reports out of witnesses coming out with new information that could bolster the self-defense case of George Zimmerman, right?
Exactly right, yeah,
That is a damn lie. Because if that child was doing marijuana or whatever he's doing, they have nothing to do with the defense. I mean, the claim, the lie, this man and what he done to this child. But listen to how they portraying this.
And now the Sanford Police Department has confirmed those details, and the information essentially is this. It says that Trayvon Martin threw one punch at George Zimmerman, apparently striking him in the face and knocking him to the ground. The reports then go on to say that Trayvon was over George Zimmerman and was apparently driving his head into the ground, or at least knocking his head against the ground several times. This would seem to coincide, of course, with the information we already had. George Zimmerman's attorney would maintain that his client, during that attack, had suffered a broken nose and lacerations in the back of his head. And it also would bolster, of course, the self-defense argument that had been put forward by his attorney. So that is the latest information we've got so far, again, confirmed by the police.
A lot of people were asking, well, how exactly
Excuse me.
was he injured in that attack? All right, so also...
What about the point that the man tracked this child down and pursued him? What about the point that this man had a weapon and was looking for this child, and then he made all these statements? Let's keep going.
On what happened on the night of February 26th. We told you previously when you asked questions that he wasn't suspended for anything violent, and he wasn't suspended for anything. And if he and his friends experimented with marijuana, that is still completely irrelevant to George Zimmerman killing their son on the night of February 26th. It is one of those things that the family said, what does that have to do with him killing my son?
All right, that was Ben Crump, the Martin family attorney. And obviously, these are two separate things, Martin, but it does have, there is a possibility, of course, that this could impact the case. I mean, how do you think that this news of the suspension will affect the case, and affect the tone?
It shouldn't. It's prejudicially. It would be prejudiced if it would. It shouldn't even be brought up. It's irrelevant. We're talking murder here.
Possible character assassination on the part of someone lashing out now at the memory of a young man who was unable to defend himself. So I think it is likely to add perhaps to the sense of anger. We already know that
I haven't yet heard them say, where was the probable cause for this man to track this child down and the behavior and manner in which he did.
They've set up some television sets in the nearby park, so everyone should be able to see. But, you know, emotions were already running high. Information like this is certainly not going to help us. Also, the Trayvon Martin family has essentially said, look, we appeal for calm. We appeal for civil voices tonight.
Martin Savage live in Sanford, Florida. On top of it, as always, Martin, great to see you. Thank you very much.
I want to know, does that man have anything to do with, is he related to law enforcement over there? Is he ex-law enforcement? Dig up his skeletons in his closet. That guy is a murderer, and the thing of it is, I want to know the key to about why and who he's related to, who he married to, why is they finding it so hard to arrest this man? Because they was in the wrong for not arresting him, for not investigating him, not knowing what they have, for allowing him to roam these communities with a weapon, and he wasn't part of no law enforcement whatsoever. And if he was a part of law enforcement, that still wouldn't give him no darn right to pursue, hunt, terrorize, chase this child. So the thing of it is, the word is probable cause that CNN and all these others have not yet decided to go ahead and put out there and wake the people, because they wake the people up too much. It's called what's a form of due process, search and seizure. Let's see what else we can find. Many commercials. Okay, look, I would like to tell y'all, thank y'all for tuning in on this segment, and you have another one coming up after this one here. But really, y'all, serious, y'all, I'm talking to y'all. Bottom line, 2012. Yeah, I'm going to say some things that don't make, if we have gotten to the point of saying things that's really, can overlook something of that nature. If this child was smoking weed, if this child was doing major drugs, if he was a drug trafficker, this guy tracked this child down and murdered him. The law itself have been twisted to allow this, and this is what we want to change. You know what I mean?
Tim Tebow speaks out for the first time as an official New York Jet and says he's excited. I'll say Tebow will be a backup quarterback for the team.
I hope y'all like this little move I made right here. Don't be no hater. Remember, I created this idea. You hear me? Background cable, television. This is how you talk about, and this is how you actually get it out there. This is how you actually move up on it. You want ratings? Show me. If you like what I'm doing, if you agree or not, hit me up and let me know what's happening, because this is how we actually can make a table talk, a coffee cafe talk, whatever. And so this is the thing. You can barely understand what these reporters saying, because they want to report the real raw stuff like I'm doing, but they can't do it because CNN and politicking ain't gonna let it happen. They do get their little red lights and their little hints. Don't go there. Okay, so anyway, you hit me back up. I'm gonna let you know what's up on the net. We're gonna discuss, and this is actually Talk Real.